Hey everyone, Slippery Slope here, and this is the second video in the XHTML and CSS series. Now, there's all sorts of stuff I could say about XHTML right now, but that'd be pretty silly because right now all we're looking to do is to create an extremely basic HTML file so that we could get comfortable with the basics of what an HTML file is made up of. And yeah, let's start from there. Now, if you want to, it's not really necessary, but to create a new file, you go to File and hit New, or you hit this button and you create a new file. There isn't any real reason to do that, of course, because we already have a new file right here. But in case there wasn't a brand spanking new file right there for you, that's what you'd want to do to create a new one. A web page is one page within a site. So if anyone asks you the difference between a web page and a website, they aren't the same thing. A web page is just one teeny tiny part of the website. And each web page or each website is made up of tags. Those are your basic units. Like, for example, this is a line break. This is a new paragraph. And if you wanted to insert an image, you'd use something like that. And these also have closing tags. Generally, you want to do it like this, but I just pause there because some you don't need to have a closing tag. You just use one single tag like that, and that takes care of business. Like that song that goes, taking care of business. So there you go. There's a special tag that we should put at the top of any HTML document just to say, there you go, here's the version of HTML we're working with. But let's not worry about that right now. That's not really something we're concerned about at the moment. So let's roll. Let's do this. Let's start being really productive. Looky there. These two HTML tags right here, the opening and the closing, everything goes in between this. I guess I shouldn't overcomplicate that because that's pretty straightforward. And an HTML file has a header and a body, or a head and a body. Really, you're going to hear it called a head rather than a header, probably because it's a head tag, not a header tag is the way to do it. And in here, all that cool techie stuff. Like if you wanted to give your page a title, you'd put your title in here. If you want to add keywords so that, say, your stuff would appear higher on Google or be targeted toward the right market, the right group of people, you want to put your keyword stuff here. But let's not worry about Google and search engines at the moment, though. Once you really have a website and you want to get it out there, that's pretty cool stuff to concern yourself with. Let's add a title. This, again, probably isn't going to surprise you very much. You use a title tag, and then within it, we can just type whatever. Let's see, let's give this page a title. The unofficial Green Day version 2.0 headquarters in Topeka, Kansas. Now, something else I'm going to say is, like, you don't have to separate stuff on each line like this. I mean, obviously we have a really hierarchical thing here. Like, we have an HTML at the top, an HTML at the bottom, a head on the top, a head on the bottom. Everything is just kind of situated inside, just crammed inside. Like, I guess if you had like two slices of bread and put in your peanut butter and jelly and so on, it's kind of like that, or your ham or lunch meat stuff, whatever it is you like to eat. Yeah, it's kind of like that, I suppose. But we don't have to make it so neat, but why not? So let's save it. You can go to File and Save As, or we could hit Save right here, but, you know, it really doesn't matter too much for now. So I'm going to save mine to my desktop, and I'm going to call this index because index is like the most basic of the basic. It's like your main site. It's like if you've ever done some programming and like had to put in your main method or whatever. Well, it isn't really quite like that because a method's within a class. But okay, if you haven't done any programming, ignore that. It's just like if you go to say www.google.com or whatever, you're on their index. So make sure you save as your type, and that would be HTML right there, and click Save. And there we go. From here, we want to minimize that. And you can see I have this right here on my desktop, my index.html. And let's open this. And hey, we have a blank page. But you know what? At the top, we have a title right here. And it says the unofficial Green Day version 2.0 headquarters in Topeka, Kansas. Awesome. So if you want to, you can go back and change that to whatever you want and resave the file and then just open it again and the title will be different to whatever you changed it. But yeah, obviously we don't need to do that. So that's our first video. We're going to discuss the body now that we've discussed the head. And yeah, take it easy. Peace.